Okay, so technically, The Amazing Spider-Man 27 is not the newest issue, but I promised to you guys that I'm going to review that particular one. So here we are. Is it bad? Is it good? Let's find out. The 27th is the aftermath of what we call the What Did Peter Do story arc, in which Miss Marvel died. And the 27th is showing us how Norman and Peter are dealing with the loss of Kamala. And there's another part of the comic book as well, where we see the reappearance of Dr. Octopus and the Queen Goblin. I'm not going to talk about the Queen Goblin in this video because it was really short and insignificant as well. But let's start with the emotional part of the comic book. Peter and Norman are feeling responsible and guilt about the death of Miss Marvel. And from Peter's side, I kind of get it why. Like, he was always the kind of guy who put a hard time on him every time something bad happened with him or with the people around him. So that is kind of justified, the way he feels. It's a bit too much if you ask me, but I can kind of accept that. But Norman, sure, I mean, the writers and editors, they try to redeem him as the Gold Goblin and put him in a position where he is the good guy, but he was the Green Goblin for decades. He caused so much hurt, he caused so much death, especially for Peter. So this is just a kind of try that I don't really understand why they, force it at the first place. It's interesting to see the relationship and how it grows between Peter and Norman. I just don't really like the idea and thinking Norman as some sort of hero, some sort of positive character. It just doesn't feel right to me. But let's see where it goes. Like I said, I'm genuinely excited and interested in the relationship, and it might be something good. Might something good come out of it. And about Dr. Octopus, the return of Dr. Octopus. Well, I don't know, guys, but I never been a fan of Dr. Octopus. I know you like it as a character, and I guess it's because he was the superior Spider-Man, and it was a good run. Don't get me wrong, but it wasn't Dr. Octopus for me. He, as the superior Spider-Man, he was something different, and that kind of Spider-Man I liked, but as a Spider-Man, if you know what I mean, not as a Dr. Octopus. Dr. Octopus for me was always a kind of like a middle villain, a mediocre, nothing too major. I never thought of him anything but an obstacle in Peter's way. And I do actually remember the time when Dr. Octopus was seeing a therapist because he was so afraid of Spider-Man. And that's the picture that lives in me since I saw that. So am I excited to see him again? No. Am I excited about the story? Not really. It has a big plot hole, if you ask me. Like in the comic, he destroys his old arms and builds a new one, but he fails to destroy it, the old one. So it can crawl to J. Jonah Jameson to ask for help. What? I mean, I get it. We need some sort of plot, but I just feel like could have got something better than this. And this is like a general problem for me, at least, with the Spider-Man comic books. In recent years, we always had great premises, like Kindred dark web just for recent memory now, and the outcome of those stories are so shallow or not satisfying enough, especially comparing to what we felt, or at least what I felt when I first read the first couple of issues of those stories. I don't know. What do you think, guys? Let me know in the comment section. I'd really love to hear about your thoughts. And if you like this kind of content on my YouTube channel, consider to like this video and to subscribe as well. And I guess I see you in a bit when I do the review of the Amazing Spider-Man 28